to the 10th episode of the Questions Only podcast. I'm your host, Mason Beals.
I'm your host, Sam Beals. Mason, we are here.
We're here. We've made it.
We made it.
We made it. Last
We
episode.
are the most famous podcasters ever.
Episode 10. We did it in 10 episodes.
Yeah.
We fucking nailed it.
You know what they say, 10th time is the charm.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was really going to look at this, I would say this is the best podcast we've done.
Yeah.
We're
best.
like, let's see, how many seconds are we? We're 42 seconds in.
42 seconds in.
And we're killing it.
We are the best.
I don't mean best of ours.
Yeah.
I mean best podcast.
Uh-huh. I know.
42 seconds in.
Yeah. We did it.
We did it. For you audio listeners out there.
They got that it's a high five.
It could have just been you clapping out of excitement.
One of the two. Doesn't matter. Same effect.
Is there any other option besides clapping and high-fiving that noise could have made?
Spanking.
Spanking? That's pretty hot, like a flat butt.
Yours is pretty flat.
My butt is flat.
You got a flat butt.
I don't know.
I got a smackable ass.
I don't think other families talk about each other's butts as much as we do.
It's
not a sexual thing.
No.
Let's get that out of the way.
No, it's just the fact that you are a flat-assed motherfucker.
Wow. Okay. Yes, I have a flat butt. Confessions for you audio. Well, actually, for anybody who's seen this who hasn't seen me in person, I wonder if any of my peers have ever looked at my butt and said, like, he has a flat butt.
I doubt it.
I really doubt it, too. That would be absurd. But you never know what's going on in people's heads. Because I think strange thoughts sometimes, and I'm like, I wonder if anybody else thinks that. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, we have. That's why, if I had the option to read people's minds for a day, I would take it.
Yeah.
Just, go about the town.
Well, why wouldn't you take it?
I wouldn't really want it for, like if you just couldn't turn it off.
Okay, sure. If it was one day of, not being able to turn it off, I would totally do it.
Yeah. I would do it for a day.
I would definitely want it on a day where I was working, because I would want to know what people are thinking about me.
Yeah.
First and foremost. Secondly, I judge people's butts, though. Male and female. I am pretty impartial in that way a lot of the times.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just examining people's bodies, comparing them to mine, both, again, male and female.
So I don't know if you meant to say it, but you said butts at first.
Butts at first, but then I kind of judge the whole body as well.
Okay.
And it's not like a mean thing. I'm just, analyzing, because I think a person's body does kind of say a lot about them.
Yeah. It's their temple.
Uh-huh. I think that a lot of times it's interesting when friends have similar bodies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my coworker, I won't say who it is, his friend, his closest friend, they're shaped the same. You know what I mean? Just the same build, height, shoulder width, all that shit. It just they look the same. And as same as with me and a lot of my friends, we were pretty similar sizes.
Yeah. No, I see that.
I don't know if that has anything to do with just
I think
demographic and location. And
I
whatever,
think there's a certain attraction to,
people that look like us.
Yeah.
And kind of...
Because it's very familiar, Right.
That's where racism comes from. It's
that, and you know how, a lot of people, their dogs look a lot like them?
Yeah, some.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing.
Do you really think it's that common, or do you think we're reflecting on to that?
No, I've seen a lot of posts and stuff to where it's they'll specifically take people that look like their dogs, that they know of somehow.
Yeah, right. You can do that
with anything.
You can filter, things to make it seem.
But it still happens. I'm still using that as a
Well, let me tell you a quick story.
Okay.
There is a person who works in my building at work, who, not at my house, who works at my building, and he is a heavier man, a bit older, gray hair, not ugly by any means. Again, who am I to say? I judge kind of people's bodies. I'm just kind of analyzing. But he has a bulldog, and he brings the bulldog into his work. They look the exact same. And all my coworkers agree. We've seen this guy with his dog, and it's okay, that is the pinnacle. That is the epitome of that scenario. I was trying to say circumstance. But yeah.
a different thing.
What?
The movie we watched.
What movie?
Black Kingsman.
Kingsman?
Nope. Black Klansmen.
Yeah. Careful.
No, it was just that one part where the dude said circumstance instead of.
Oh yeah. He was. We saw the movie Black Klansman. This is. Oh hey, welcome to the podcast, everybody. By the way, we ask. The world is full of questions, and we're here to answer them to our best of our abilities, and we promise none of the answers. That was supposed to be Sam's thing. We didn't discuss that. But anyway, saw the movie Black Klansman, and there's a point in it where one of the Klansmen was trying to... He was, like, interrogating one of the undercover cops who was Jewish, and he was trying to find out. He's like, you know, I heard you Jews do something, like, funny with your penises. What is it? They're circumstanced or something?
Yeah.
And it was just a funny line,
yeah,
so that's what Sam's referring to.
Yep.
Spoiler alert, there's circumstanced jokes.
Yeah. It is good movie.
Yeah, it was a really great movie. It got hard to watch at the end. Oh,
yeah.
There's some stuff that
you're like, ooh.
Bit of a wake-up call in a way. I don't know. Maybe it's not a wake-up call for other people. Anyways, we're not going to get into that. You should just see the movie. It's really phenomenal.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's enough of our week.
Should we do a question?
I think we should do some questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to beat you to it.
Damn it, Sam.
I did. First question.
I told you to think about this last night. What's the craziest dare you ever took?
Do you have one in mind?
I have one that just popped in my brain. It's not like that big of a dare. It's more of a like, do it, no balls type of a thing.
That's a dare.
Yeah, it wasn't like a truth or dare scenario.
Yeah, I got you.
I was driving my car. I wasn't driving my chariot. With all my friends in it. And there was construction cones. And one of my friends was like, you should open your door and see if you can hit one as hard as you can. I was just like, no. And he's like, no balls, no ball. And everybody in the car just starts yelling no balls. And I'm like, God! So I'm like driving and I just like swing my door open and I just hit it super hard. And I was just like, that was so dumb. Like it did nothing. Yeah. It just knocked it over. It was probably going like 30 or 40 miles an hour. So it was impactful and they all cheered. But it was kind of dumb either way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not like a huge risk taker in that sort of regards. I don't do anything that crazy, but I feel like you've done more.
Yeah, they're not.
You've had more friends.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're dares though. I guess
what would you say they are?
Didn't you have a different question for the different thing?
No, answer this one. What are you talking about?
The worst thing you did as a kid.
Okay, sure. If the next question or one of the other questions was, what's the worst thing you ever did as a kid and got away with? So, Sam, let's combine them. What did you do?
Okay. Well, as a kid, I'm just going to say, like, you know, I'm still basically a kid, so it's kind of recent-ish. But yeah, I mean...
But yeah.
I've snuck out so many times. Like, I snuck out a lot.
It's really weird that you snuck out.
Well, what it was is, like, I would leave and go to just our neighbor's house.
Okay. Hopefully a child of your age.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
I just sneak out and go to Jenkins' house, old man Jenkins.
Old man Jenkins. But yeah, so I...
So you snuck out quite a bit.
Almost every night.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you guys just hanging out?
Yeah, like their family would be awake and stuff till like really late.
But mom and dad just didn't want you staying out late just because you'd be tired the next day or something? Why would they not want you to go? Because they knew our neighbors.
Yeah, they just didn't know for a lot of it. I only got caught like twice.
Okay. Is this like something bad though that you got away with, or is it just something that you would do?
Well, I mean,
I didn't answer the dare question.
Yeah, I didn't have.
You just skipped the question.
Their like permission or whatever. I like just left every night, but
sure.
Then there's times where I actually like snuck out, went with my friends and stuff.
Yeah,
did that a few times.
Okay,
that's like more sense.
But is there anything that your friends are ever like, do it, pussy, no balls, like type of a moment that you had growing up?
Yeah.
I mean, you're still growing up. You're only 16. But
yeah. I peed on a slide one time.
Okay. Oh yeah. Wait, what?
No, you don't. I've never told you this.
I was gonna say. Well, it's funny. I had a friend who peed on a slide once. But go on. Tell me the story. I am surprised I've never heard this. Go on. This is way better than anything I had. Go.
We were at my friend's house and we just snuck out to go to the park that was by his house, and all of my friends were like, they were just messing around
I'm
and
like
stuff.
gripping
and
my coffee.
They had to pee and stuff, so one of them was just like, I'm just gonna pee on this slide. There was like 5 different slides.
Did you see their penises?
No.
Okay.
No. The
I've
slides
never
were
thought
like
that. Like I've had friends that were like in wrestling and sports and stuff, and they just like would constantly. I feel like I have not seen any of my friends' penises.
Same.
Yeah, but I feel like some friends are like, yeah, I'm just waiting for this day. Whatever. It's like
it's like
you're weird. Anyways, go on.
But yeah, so
Weird
they were all
question.
just doing it and stuff, and they were all just peeing on the different slides. I didn't know why.
But you just hop.
No, they're like, I'm not gonna pee on the slides. They're like,
so
do
gross.
it. Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah, 'cause, like it's so gross. They're like, do it, pussy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Oh, I also mooned cars that were driving past the thing. Like
That's fun.
we were doing it, and then there was this one Jeep with super bright like a light bar on top that kept driving by and stuff. Like it was kind of sketchy. Like I think they thought we were sketchy because we were. We were just hanging out, teenagers hanging out in a park. But yeah, so it kept driving by and stuff. So we were like, we might have to like run, just like get out of here or whatever. Might have lived there. But then a like police cruiser pulled into the parking lot of the, like playground parking lot thing, and we couldn't really see that it was a police cruiser.
Okay.
But you could tell because of the LED lights that it had.
Yeah.
The like bluish lights, because way brighter than any of the other cars that were passing by. So it pulled in, and I was pretty chubby at the time. Kind of.
Okay, yeah.
But I was running with this even chubbier kid.
Okay, so it's the buddy system.
Yeah, so we were just sprinting. It was super funny because it's like everybody just dispersed, and so we went and we like hid behind this like hill, and we were just sitting there just chilling. We're like, so are we gonna like sneak around back to the house or whatever? And he's like, I don't know, should we just wait here or whatever?
Yeah.
And then so they like, I think the police officers got out or something. I can't remember it too well, but anyways, they ended up just driving away, and then we just went back to the park and just chilled there for a little bit more. But so it was like,
That's funny. I feel like my friend group was very different than yours because
my friend group sucked.
Yeah, I was gonna say your guys' group, like, although it was whatever, like, I just felt like my group was a little more badass. I wasn't a badass. My friends were badasses in a way. Like they just were way better, just jumping off shit, blowing shit up, like shooting shit. I don't know, like
you guys did actual like fun stuff like that, you did things to where you would
and
blow stuff up and
you
stuff.
might have gotten there eventually. We kind of ripped you away from your friends.
True.
But
True, you guys were older and stuff.
A bit, like, I mean, a year older at that point when we were kind of doing that stuff. I mean, they were doing stuff earlier on, so I guess they were just
But
cooler.
you also, that's when you guys had your cars and stuff, like,
well, listen.
Okay.
You keep talking. We would constantly go in the woods and just, like, blow up watermelons and things, like, because Logan always had fireworks and shit like that.
Yeah,
that
we didn't do that.
Dad made, and they're just, this fly keeps hitting my face. Anyways, so things like that, we constantly TP'd and like saran wrap people's stuff. Like we did that quite a bit, and we were pretty good at it.
We never TP'd.
We were able to get in and out, and also like we were always so paranoid whenever we did it, but that was like part of the excitement.
Yeah, that's a lot
of it. One time, I think we did this one on Halloween. We decided to, I think, TP and saran wrap the ASB president of CHS at the time, just because he was a punk bitch.
Yeah. Punk bitch. Okay.
Punk bitch. And so anyways, but we eventually, we're doing all this stuff, and then at the end of the street, some woman, like, comes out, and she's, like, on the phone with a bat in her hand, and she was just, and I might be mixing up some dates, but this was at least one of the times that we hit this guy. We hit this guy several times. Anyways, and she was just like, you yelling like, "You better run or you not come over here," or something like that. And we were just like, "We don't care about you."
Yeah, I have a similar kind of story to where that's the thing. My friends and I, we didn't like, pull pranks on each other or anything like that. Like if we did, it was just stupid things. Like they were asleep and just smack them, something like that. But yeah, so the main thing that my group of friends would do is we would just sneak out at night and just walk around, just walk around town, just talking, whatever. And this one time we were walking to the park and we saw these other guys that we didn't know, but we saw them ding-dong ditching other houses and stuff. They were about our age.
I always thought ding-dong ditching isn't funny.
Yeah, so we went up to them. We did it a few times, whatever. And then, so we walked up to this, like, nicer part of CDA Place, And it was this, like, gated community, and some of my friends, they, like, snuck through the gate,
Yeah.
And then this guy came out, and he's like, I don't know what he said. He said something weird like, "You better get on your shoes and run before I get my knife," or something.
Whoa, Jesus.
Yeah, like he was threatening us to leave. And I like couldn't really hear what he was saying.
Yeah.
So I kind of went up closer and I was like, sorry, what? And I turned around. My friends are all running.
Oh, yeah.
Just booking it. And I'm like, I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
That's the fastest.
That always happens.
I think that's the fastest I've ever run.
Uh-huh.
Because they were all like running pretty close to like top speed, like away,
Yeah.
And I was like just so frightened at that moment that I literally like, I got up to them so fast. It was just this adrenaline thing.
It was a very Scooby-Doo, Shaggy.
Yeah, to where I started running and my dust trail was still there, Yeah.
That was the sound effect of Shaggy.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, then just like your dust shape
that's
is
what
there.
I'm saying. Yeah.
That's funny. That happens often. Like you'll just turn around, your friends are gone.
Just won't be there.
I remember one time. This is a weird way of us answering these questions. This is just dumb things we did. I don't care. One time we, I think it was the 4th of July or something. There was just a porta potty at a Mormon church by our friend's house, and we just went over there and we just had one of Logan's huge firecrackers. They're firecrackers in quotes. They're more like M80s, We were just getting ready. We just tossed it in there, and we just sat there and waited, like with the door open, which they shouldn't have stood so close, but they had to hold the door open, And then it just like blew up and we just ran, whatever. And we just thought like the cops were going to come or whatever because they sound like gunshots basically. And anyways, we all ran. And it was so funny because Jesse, close friend of ours, mine, whatever, running and I hear him fart. And Jesse always farted, like, and he would be so ashamed of it, like, because he has like a cool demeanor or whatever. Yeah. And Eve just ran. I was like, Jesse, did you fart? And like Logan heard it as well, and we were all just like, it was just a funny thing.
That's funny.
But then I went back later to look at like the damage. Returning to the scene of the crime. Yeah. And it just basically just blew the lid to shit, Yeah. And like, it wasn't as messy as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be covered in shit and stuff. Yeah. So then we just ran.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell? Let's move on.
No, but
no, don't tell me what to do.
Well, no, I was just gonna ask you a question.
That's fine. I'm kind of more of the question asker.
I don't care.
Podcast, if you noticed.
Did you ever go to like high school parties and stuff?
Not a ton.
I only really went to one, and it was beginning of my sophomore year when I still lived in Idaho, and it was just my friends I was the driver too, I was driving my friend's car, and it was funny, we all went in to the party and stuff, and it was just funny because it was like this one guy, he's like, anybody who's first time it is to a high school party, because apparently there's a good amount of people that was it was only a few kids, but it was still some. Yeah. And he's like, you're gonna take a shot of Hennessy or whatever.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. And so some of my friends,
stupid.
Yeah.
I never went into parties like that. Yeah. There was some drinking, but I went, for some reason, my friend group, parents just let them drink. They would buy them alcohol. Yeah, that's weird. I guess I had and people were mostly in their junior and senior years when I was going to the primarily senior year, and so parents really, they knew they were going to drink anyways, And I think that Coeur d'Alene High School is different than Lake City High School. Like, I just think the culture was a bit different, a bit more entitlement there.
Yeah.
So I hadn't gone to a lot, but the ones that I had been a part of, I had already pretty much dropped out at that point, so it didn't affect me. It looks like you're about to tell a story, but we should seriously move on.
Really quick.
What?
It was at that party we were talking to this older guy. He was like, I don't know, probably 20-ish something at the time. Yeah, super funny. So we're talking to him. He's just this chill dude, you know. And he's like, see that MILF over there? It was the mom, like, who, like, owned the house, you know. It was her kid throwing the party.
Yeah.
Super creepy. Just like, she's like holding this little puppy, just standing at the top of the stairs, just kind of walking, just watching people and stuff. And it's like, it was kind of weird. He's like,
absurd.
Yeah. So it was super weird. He's like, see that MILF over there? We're like, yes, quote unquote.
That's when you just go, no.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna bang her.
But it was his mom?
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought you were saying the guy. Okay.
No.
I was like, is this guy just like fucking with you?
Yeah. No. But what was really funny was,
that's stupid. That guy sounds like a dumbass.
Yeah, but it was funny. Sam at one point, like, my other friend.
I was gonna say. Yeah. Clarify.
Him and I were just kind of awkwardly standing around, just talking to a few people, you know. Like, once we got into it, we were talking to more people and stuff. But at one point, we were just standing there, like, in front of this bookshelf. It didn't have a lot of books, but it had a bunch of little ornaments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Sam just, like, slowly just grabs this little metal dog thing that's only, like, an inch big, stakes it.
Just a klepto maniac.
That's
funny. Yeah. I swear this is not a podcast where we just recall memories from high school.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be answering other questions.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's answer something.
It's all right. It's all right.
Now we can move on.
We almost have to move on to the philosophy question at this point. We can answer another one real quick.
Okay.
What is one thing you do now that your younger self would be ashamed of? Swearing.
Yeah.
Swearing. Probably. We were just religious growing up.
Swearing. How young?
Just say 8.
Okay. I nap a lot more than I did.
Do you think younger self would be ashamed?
No, but like, I'm not really anywhere far in my life.
No, it's true. Yeah, it's
dropping
true,
out.
You haven't dropped out quite
No,
yet.
but I'm in the process of dropping out. So it's something that I'm doing.
You just want to be like your older brother.
No.
Yeah. So for me, it'd be swearing and probably vaping. Like, younger me would see that and be like, young me was really judgmental. And so it would just be like, you've fallen so far from grace.
Yeah.
I'll pray for you. And I'd be like, eat ass. Younger Mason.
Fucker.
Yeah. Okay. I think we answered that with just the best of our abilities. That was just a real quick one.
Another one. Having a podcast with you.
Oh, true. Yeah. Just I was trying to have a bit of a palate cleanser before we went into the philosophy question.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
All right. That was good, but thanks for ruining it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's move on. Let's get into some philosophy. We're 10 episodes in and we still haven't named like the philosophy portion of it.
Should we do it this time?
Should we name it now? Every time we've tried to decide a name for like, I just don't want to call it the philosophy zone.
Okay. Should it just be the zone?
No zones. Get rid of zone.
Annals.
What?
Annals.
Anals?
No. Nose.
It still sounds like you just have an accent. You're saying anals.
It's zone backwards.
I hate you.
Nose.
Anaz.
Anals.
This is such a dumb fucking podcast.
It really is. Okay, wait. We have to figure it out this time.
We have to come up with a name. It's episode 10. Come on, let's think of a name.
Okay.
Philosophy.
Philosophical zone.
No, stop. Get rid of the zone. Delete the zone from your memory bank.
Philosophy area.
No, it's just like,
What?
The pondering corner? It doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
It needs to roll off the tongue a little bit better. That'll be option A, okay?
Pondering.
So.
I maybe just want to throw corner in there. Philosophy corner. That's a little too easy.
Yeah. Thoughts for thoughts?
No.
Thoughts for zots?
A niche place. After Nietzsche. Philosopher Nietzsche.
No.
Let's get into the niche place.
No.
Sounds kind of weird.
It's too nichey.
That's kind of what I was going for. Socrates. Let's go with Socrates.
It's so much like soccer.
Damn it. Maybe we're not going to name it this time.
We are. We will.
How long have we spent 2 minutes thus far talking about this.
That's fine.
What's a good name? We should ask Austin. He's really good with these.
That's true.
Should we just call him right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't think so.
We should do it.
Should we?
Yeah, I'll call him.
It's experimental. I'll call him. I got it. I'm gonna pull him up on speaker.
Sorry, Bales. There's nothing to repeat.
Fine, I'll let you do it. Since you're so adamant about using your phone.
Oh God.
This is dumb.
Okay, well now my phone's frozen, so just
Yeah, then you threw those at my lenses. Okay. Hey Siri, call Austin. Well, now you know where he works. I'm gonna lead the message, okay? Just give me a second. Hey, you've reached
Questions Only Podcast.
This is the Questions Only Podcast. We're calling you because you're the lucky winner of the day. We just wanted to call you and find out if you had any opinions about what we should call our philosophy portion of our podcast.
Top one is Philosophy Zone.
No, that's the bottom one.
It is.
But if you wanted to find out what your prize is, please give us a call back. You know my number. I'm your brother. Thanks so much. This is Questions Only Podcast.
Questions Only Podcast.
Questions Only Podcast.
Questions Only Podcast.
Questions
Only Podcast.
Oh, he's calling.
Oh.
Let's end it except. Hey, you reached the Questions Only Podcast. You're the lucky caller of the day.
Questions Only Podcast.
Questions Only Podcast.
Questions Only Podcast.
We're actually recording right now. We just wanted to call you and see what you think the philosophy. We can't come up with a good name for the philosophy portion of our podcast, and we thought, who's good with coming up with these type of names? It's Austin. So we thought we would call you and put you on the spot.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate this pressure.
You're welcome.
So it's about philosophy.
Yes.
Just
Philosophy
something
Zone
like-
is the one that we keep coming back to, but I hate it with all my heart.
What do you keep coming back to?
Philosophy Zone.
It's too easy.
Philosophy Zone.
It's just way too easy.
Yeah, and I play laser tag at this place called Ultra Zone.
Mm.
It's too close to that.
Yeah.
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 I don't want to sound like a laser tag arena where you answer philosophy questions.
But
Yeah.
do we?
Yeah. Laser tag's cool.
It is.
Okay, so philosophy, wisdom.
Okay.
Let's do some word association here.
Yeah, we were trying to do that with kind of the names.
Wisdom.
Oh.
Wisdom.
The wisdom.
We're already getting somewhere.
Yeah, wisdom. But people might think piss. Whiz. Well, maybe not. Maybe I just have a urine fetish.
You just have an obsession with urine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, people are gonna think piss.
Wisdom and then E's in parentheses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's one way to do it.
Uh-huh.
And then build like a logo.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Or is wisdom what we're going with?
Yeah, we're going with wisdom.
No, I want
Thanks, Austin.
No, I want Austin to throw his hat in the ring. What?
I said let's keep throwing some ideas around.
Okay. Let's just not even get to our philosophy question. I came up with a game and everything, but that's fine.
What do you do when you're thinking deeply?
Mm-hmm.
You're asking the tough questions.
Pondering. Corner.
You're in the deep end. That's
Okay.
part of it.
Okay.
That analogy.
Okay.
Swimming in the deep end.
All right.
It's different than just asking boxers or briefs.
True. I don't understand what that has to do.
Because of our like question.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Shallow, yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Oh,
So,
well, okay.
majority of the podcast is shallow. Okay, got it.
Yep, got it.
Yeah, I'd say 90. No, I'm kidding.
I'm just blanking. I can't think of a good, because philosophy just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it doesn't. But I mean, if you did, you could call it again. Maybe if you had like a logo, you could call it the deep end. something
Deep
like
end.
that.
Do you
Yeah.
want to start off?
Dive into the deep end.
Okay.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Maybe
I like it better than wisdom.
maybe deep thoughts for stupid fucks.
No,
I'm kidding.
Oh man.
that's horrible.
Yeah.
Thanks for stretching.
Yeah. Okay, deep end is pretty.
I like the deep end.
I like the deep end.
Yeah.
Let's dive into the deep end.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, Austin, you came up.
You guys could even have like swimming attire, you know, like water wings.
That's a little.
Okay.
A little.
Let's
I don't
rev
know,
it back.
I don't know if you've
Let's
seen
rev it
the
back.
podcast. It's kind of on the lower end of the effort scale, but
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mom did tell me that. No, I've seen it.
Good burn.
Thanks. Okay, well.
Well, thanks so much. You're good at your job.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Send you the invoice.
All right. Perfect.
All right.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Love you, bye.
He almost said I don't. He almost didn't say I love you.
Yeah.
Great. Deep end. I think that's a good one. Dive into the deep. All right,
Wisdom.
everybody. We're about. You're gonna forever call it wisdom, and I'm gonna say the deep end. All right, everybody. Let's dive into the deep end.
Wisdom.
The philosophy question of the week. Shut up, Sam. The philosophy question of the week is: how will humans as a species go extinct?
I think a big solar flare.
Oh, you think solar flare?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think, something's just going to wipe out either all of our technology,
Yeah.
and it's going to and we're going to have to, for 500 years or whatever, kind of be in this dark ages type thing. But then after that, it'll go it'll skyrocket. It'll either go we'll advance as a society, or something like a solar flare will give us all cancer. We'll all die. Something like that.
Oh, okay. Because it sounds you're like, there's 50-50 shot here. Either we have incredible technology after 500 years of darkness, or cancer death
Yeah.
for all of us.
Yeah. That's really what
I feel like you always like to bring up the solar flare, like we're gonna have no technology, then it's gonna skyrocket.
Yeah.
You brought that up probably 3 times.
Yeah, I think that's my 3rd time.
Okay. I think that's a possibility.
Mhm.
One thing that is inevitable is that the sun will explode. Stars
Yes.
have an expiration date, and our sun is no different. So
And then just
that's
solar
if-
flare
that is
glare.
at least how the Earth
Cool.
is going to be evaporated.
Yeah.
But do you think humans will survive until
Yeah,
then?
we might. Well, we might be on different planets. I feel like
You think?
we're a far ways away from.
Yeah, we need a solar flare before it's going to happen.
Yes, because it'll set us back, and then we'll go. Up.
Yeah, then we'll skyrocket.
Then we'll skyrocket in
Literally.
technology. Yes.
Literally skyrocket.
Literally skyrocket. Anyways, so yeah, I think that we're a far ways away from decent space travel,
Yeah.
to where we can actually build a civilization on a different planet.
Yeah, I don't know if we're
pretty far.
we're pretty far.
Yeah.
At least for making it
Because
not, I guess in quotes, inexpensive, but to make it efficient. Because we could do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a way.
but I'm
I've seen The
Mars
Martian,
is
it's a true story.
yeah. But Mars is it's not very inhabitable is
Okay.
one thing,
Right.
and
Right. There's people have identified other planets and other solar systems that
Exactly.
are very close to ours.
and we don't even know what it's like to leave our solar system.
Right. Yeah.
Something just whack could happen.
True. Yeah. You could just. It's just God's whoop, nope, and he just pushes you back in.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome. That would be so crazy. That just
Yeah.
makes me think
I really
because
feel
then we would keep flying out there, can we just ask you some stuff?
Yeah, because I don't know. I think it's just so crazy that it's there has to be aliens.
Yes, that's not the part of the. We will. There's other.
All
there's
I'm
alien
saying,
questions further on in this podcast.
Yes,
but not
but
in this.
all I'm saying is that the fact that
So here's a question.
it's so big, the universe or whatever.
So big the universe is.
There we will find another planet to inhabit and stuff like that if we can get there.
Yes, if we can survive that long.
Exactly.
So that's again the question: if we are to go extinct, you think it's going to be solar flare, cancer death?
Something like that. Solar flare.
You don't think? that war is more inevitable.
It's-
Like a nuclear war is
I
more
think
likely
it's-
going to be the thing that takes us out.
I think it's either going to be a solar flare to where it's like, wipe us all out with, cancer death, or it will we'll have overpopulation,
Yeah.
and we kind of what Thanos is saying. It's kind of it's not perfectly
That's
balanced.
one of the options. That's one of the more likely ideas.
Yeah.
Is like overpopulation is what's going to
Overpopulation and lack of resources.
Yeah, I mean, I think Interstellar's plot is interesting because it isn't like it's a weird race against the clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like a meteor's going to strike down. It's just like the Earth is just pushing us away. Like,
Yeah.
we're just going to die.
Mhm.
Because it's just dust. Like, I think that idea that, like, the Earth is just no longer inhabitable.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really go into, like, the explanation as to, like, why all that dust, where that dust came from, I guess.
Yeah,
in
it's
a
true.
way. Maybe it did, and I just wasn't paying attention. I think that, like an epidemic
Mhm.
kind of also makes sense to me. I have a quiz here for you in a little bit.
Okay.
And one of the questions involves the Black Plague, and like that. Well, now I can't talk about what I was about to talk about because it might give you the answer to it. But anyways, the point being that sickness has done a lot of
I
damage.
feel like I'll
to
do
us.
well on this quiz.
It might.
Okay.
But also
Sickness could be that's a big part of it, something that's like incredibly contagious.
I think it's either going to be we survive long enough for the sun to explode, or it's going to be nuclear warfare.
Yeah, I feel like that's because if we hit World War III, like right now, there's a big thing to where it's like,
Yeah.
we're not going to use nukes, but it's like we will.
Yeah.
If it gets to that point, it's
I
like
don't think we're there yet, but
no, but like if World War III really engages, then it's kind of end of almost all of the population ever.
Right. I know, because this, when you think about it, like if we had another war, that was the first and last world war that we've had that had nuclear weapons, and it came right at the end.
It's the only war that we've ever had nuclear weapons.
Well, I mean, like nuclear weapons existed during Vietnam, and then there was the Cold War that didn't really happen. Like people thought, like all throughout the 80s,
that was just
people
a race of
thought
arms.
they were gonna get like blown up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, ever since nuclear weapons have been invented, that threat lies over humanity.
Yes.
And it's stupid. But
hey,
also,
we just
I
have to
think
hide
something
under desks.
Yeah, something unpredictable like an asteroid, I think, is also likely too.
Mm-hmm.
Humans have survived a lot. Like I was doing research last night, and humans have. It shows that like humans have gotten dwindled down to like 15,000 at one point. Like Homo sapiens have been dwindled down to like 15,000, and they rebuilt from that during the Ice Age.
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah, I was like,
and during other things, like it's bonkers to think that we have survived. It's insane. So you think it's going to be a solar flare, cancer death, or you think that's just the most likely one?
I think that it's gonna be something that's like bigger than us, because I'm like, with all of the, contagious diseases and stuff like that, there's almost always somebody that has like certain type of people that have a certain type of gene, that gets passed on to their kids and stuff, and it eventually
and we
kills
off
off the
cures and stuff.
Yeah, and it kills off all the people that don't have that certain gene.
Right.
We're dwindled down to, certain amount of number, then we build back up,
Right.
So,
okay, I think that's fair. I think it's either going to be, it's going to be a supernova.
Yeah.
If we don't figure out space travel, or I think it's going to be nuclear warfare.
Yeah,
I think positive podcast today.
Yep.
Look away for a second. I have to mark. I made this quiz and I have all these answers.
Okay.
I have to remember right now what the answers are. Put marks next to them.
Okay.
All right, Sam. I've come up with a quiz again for you. I had a quiz for you last week.
Yep.
Got a quiz for you today.
Was it last week?
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week.
Last week.
It was last week.
I have a quiz for you.
Okay.
involving, epidemics, extinction, overall, that type of stuff. Got 5 questions for you here. All right, first question. How many people died from the Black Death? Was it A, 250,000, B, 1,600,000, C, 50 million, D, 6?
Well, it's at least 6.
Yes, it's got to be at least 6.
Well, I know that it killed off 1/3 of the population.
Okay.
I'm going to say 1 million, whatever thing. What you said.
1,600,000?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It wasn't 1/3, it was 2/3 of the
2/3.
population
It left.
in Europe.
Yes, in Europe. That's what I meant.
It was 50 million people died from Black Death
Yeah.
during the Dark Ages.
Oh, I should have known that. I did a presentation on it. But
you should have known.
Yep.
So you got that one wrong. All right.
it left 1/3 of the population.
There you go. That's
what I was thinking.
You're smart.
Yep.
All right. Question number 2. How long did the Ice Age last? Was it A, 30,000 years, B, 15 million, C, 360,000, or D, I don't know, how long do the winters in Idaho last?
About 8 months.
Feels like longer.
Winter's coming.
Do you want me to read off the numbers again?
I'm just going to go whatever was, I think, C.
So is A, 30,000, B, 15 million, or C, 360,000?
I'll go with that one. C.
C?
Fuck.
It was A, 30,000 years.
Still a lot of years.
Still a lot of years. That's a good amount of years.
That's a good amount of
It's
years.
pretty cold.
Yeah.
All right, Sam. This might be an easy one. I couldn't tell. What extinct civilization predicted the world would end in 2012? Was it A, the Aztecs, B, the Mayans, C, the Assyrians, or D, the Goombas?
The Mayans.
Good job. I thought it was going to be an easy one.
There it is.
I had to give you one, right?
Yeah.
All right, this one you might know.
Okay.
Super...
Sloopler. Sloopler doopler.
Supernovas. All right, oh my gosh. Supernovas occur when a star reaches what element in its fusion cycle?
Ooh, I think I know this.
Is it A, iron, B, uranium,
Shit,
C, mercury, or D, water?
Okay. Iron. What's the second one?
Uranium.
Uranium, mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Iron, uranium, mercury. I'm gonna say, gosh. I want to say uranium because of how many protons it has. It's just very filled.
Very filled.
Yes.
Is that the scientific term?
Yeah, it is.
As you can see, class, uranium is one of those filled atoms. It is jacked to the bone.
Yeah.
Full of protons.
Because it's...
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Fucking...
It's iron.
Okay.
It's A, iron.
That's my second choice.
All right. Question number 5. Final question.
5.
How is it believed that the dodos went extinct? You know what dodos are?
Yeah.
Those birds.
Little birds. We need some fur.
Was it A, they were
Found one.
true. Was it A, they were unintelligent and a majority of the population died due to accidents? B, they were unafraid of humans, so they were easy to catch. C, they went extinct in the Ice Age. D, they all just died of embarrassment.
Dodo's a pretty embarrassing name.
Dodos died? How did they? I think I said that right.
No.
Want me to read them off again?
So it was they're just stupid in accidents, not afraid of humans, and Ice Age. I'm gonna say I want it to be A.
You want it to be A? They were unintelligent and a majority of the population died due
Yeah,
to
I'm just gonna
accidents.
say A because these points don't matter.
Wow, Sam. This isn't whose line is it anyways. I will beat you after this because you got that one wrong.
I don't pick that one.
Fine, you can have one more guess.
Then I'm gonna pick. Well, now I want it. I don't want it just to be Ice Age. But I'm gonna say Ice Age.
Wrong again.
Fuck.
No,
They were just
Sam.
embarrassed.
Yes, they died of embarrassment. No, they were unafraid of humans. It's commonly believed that the dodo went extinct because Dutch sailors ate the beast to extinction after finding that the bird was incredibly easy to catch due to the fact it had no fear of humans.
That's what happened to dragons. They weren't easy to catch, but it was such a challenge that like all the mightiest
you
warriors.
Believe dragons existed?
No,
I think it was a possibility.
There's real dragons today, but but you like Komodo dragons.
Okay.
Stuff. Yeah.
All right, Sam, you got 1 out of 5 that time. Last week you got like 4 out of 5, didn't you, or something?
Yeah.
I think you're just gonna say that, but I think it might have been 3 out of 5.
It was 4 out of 5. It was 4 out of 5.
Okay, calm down. I need you to calm down.
Because remember how they got increasingly stupid?
Down. Calm. True.
Yeah, so it's super easy. I got the first one wrong.
And then the rest you got right, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Got some would you rathers.
Okay.
Would you rather know how you will die or when you will die?
Shit.
A lot of positive stuff in this episode about extinction and
yeah. I'm gonna say
death in general.
Ooh, no, I know. I'm gonna say when. You know why?
No.
If it's an absolute like that's when I will die, I'm not afraid of anything.
Okay.
Up until that moment.
Yeah.
If I know how I'll die, that one thing will freak me out forever.
Yeah.
That thing will scare me
it's like,
to death, literally.
You died from a tumor in your brain. Anytime you get a headache, you're like, is it now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if it's when, I'm like, I could, like, you know, I can go skydiving, I can do all this shit. Just that day, I'm just gonna say goodbye to my loved ones.
That's a good point. You really think, though, that, I guess, yeah, if it's a definite thing, if you just avoid certain things, if it's a definite date, is what I'm saying. If it's a definite date, but also if you knew...
What? Like...
If you knew what it was, say if it was, like, from cancer, and you jumped out of a plane, like you went skydiving, you wouldn't have to be afraid of that. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's true, but...
You wouldn't have to be afraid of that until you got cancer.
Exactly. I would be extremely...
But then what if you found out? That'd be such a bummer if it's, like, next week.
Then I would have a crazy week.
Man, I really can't decide which one I would rather
Because
have.
at least...
I mean, some people do find out when they're going to die, basically.
If it's...
And that sucks.
It's true.
and
how they're going to die.
So... Oh, my gosh.
That sucks.
Jesus, we're so blessed. This is...
Yep.
I kind of want to move past this question real quick.
But I would say...
I'm going to say when.
I'm going to say when because even if it is, like, next week, I'm like, bye. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, though, again, because either way, knowing when or... I guess having it a mystery is really the only way. You know what I mean? Because that's really what life is.
But if it is when, you know, then you can live a pretty fearless life, you know, unless it's a close date. You know? That's it.
Yeah, I guess.
But if you live, or if you have...
Yeah, but I don't know. That's such a crapshoot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you have...
I'd rather know when, sure.
Yeah.
I guess. But there's also that... Did you ever see the movie Big Fish?
Yes.
There's, you know, he looks into the witch's eye and finds out how he's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And then at one point, this tree is, like, starting to suffocate him. Sounds like a crazy movie. And it is. It is a crazy movie. And it's a good movie for the most part. A little overrated sometimes. But anyways, tree is like wrapping him up and he goes, wait a minute, this isn't how I'm going to die. And the tree just lets him go. It's just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Could you do that with everything? Someone's like pointing a gun up to you and you're like, this isn't how I'm going to die. And they're like, you got me. You got me.
But isn't that a dream or something? Like,
no,
it's a
really
weird world thing.
I don't know.
I haven't watched it for
Could
years
be true.
and stuff. So.
Yeah, it's true. I haven't seen it in a long time. But I've always thought about that. I'm like, I guess you wouldn't be afraid of things.
Exactly.
Even if you knew how we were going to die.
That's true. But if
it was like, but again, if it was like a car accident, you would like never get in a car again. Yeah. So with that, I would rather know when, but I guess I would just rather know when.
Yeah, when. Cool.
When? Next week. Okay. Let's move on. I think we answered that to the best of our abilities.
Yep.
What is... Sorry, I started reading without actually picking out a question.
Okay.
What is something that comes easy to most people except you?
Most
things.
stuff.
You said that yesterday when I asked you that.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
know.
you should have saved it. I mean, for a while there, I was snapping. Like, I couldn't snap for a while. You still can't whistle.
That's mine for sure. I
Try
didn't
whistling
even think
right
about
now.
that. No, I can't.
There's nothing more pathetic than someone who can't whistle and tries to whistle.
Exactly, I can't. That's definitely mine.
On the car
Show
ride over
off.
here, we were having a conversation. We were just trying to find things trying to figure out which one of us was better at which things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a better way of phrasing that, but
Yeah.
it was like, you're better at math. I'm better at talking. You're better at
juggling.
You're better at juggling. I'm better at golf.
I'm better at some video games. He's better at
Other
some
video
games.
games.
Yeah.
Video games are different. It was just it was such a brother conversation.
Oh,
You know what I
very,
mean?
yeah.
You would never have that conversation with a coworker. You
Yeah,
know what I
no.
mean? Or just like unless you're really close with that friend.
Yeah.
Anyways, so for you, it's whistling. I don't think.
I didn't even think of that. It's totally
Well,
whistling.
I guess if I don't know, maybe like roller coasters.
Yeah, that's
People
true.
a lot of people can just get on a roller coaster.
Yeah, roller coasters are not a problem.
We went to water park recently, Schlitterbahn, and we did one big water slide thing, and I just did it like I wasn't like fighting it. You know what I mean? I just went, but I was afraid the whole time going up to the slide.
Which is so
I was
ridiculous.
just like so full of anxiety.
Yeah.
Doing it.
And we had to wait there for like a long time.
That made it worse.
Yeah, I know.
In a way, like I kind of was able to talk myself down, just be like, "Calm down, you dumb."
But also,
freak."
like, why are you afraid?
I don't know, like water, because I'm just like, I want to keep living, and it's just like that could just be one of those freak accidents where you're just going and you just launch up and you just snap your neck on the top of the fucking water slide. You could
Yeah.
just go down and just start. You could fall off your tube and just start falling down and breaking bones and shit.
Yeah, what if
And then you're in a full body cast. I believe
what
the
if
world is made of cartoons.
when you like, the other question to when it's like, how would you die? When would you die?
Yeah.
What if it's something like water slide? That's so avoidable.
I know. Like, that's what I mean. That's why I have troubles with those things, because I'm like, why would I risk it? I
Yeah.
don't think it's that fun. I had
Yeah.
that with energy for the longest time. I'm like, fucking drown. Like, it's just not that improbable. People drown. People get hit by boats. People slide across the water. Like, we've heard of accidents. Don't bring up people's actual
No.
accidents.
I'm saying I was on a inner tube with my close friend Jameson, and his uncle was driving it, and I think he was drinking a little bit. Whatever.
Probably.
But he was swinging us like super fast and close to the shore. Like,
Yeah.
if we would have slid off and like hit the shore, we would have broken so many bones.
Yeah.
Like we would
Or
have been.
died.
Yeah, we would have
Like,
been very hurt.
I think that stuff is stupid. I mean, roller coasters, they're safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy them. Like, I am just afraid. I just feel anxiety, and it just doesn't bring. But then
You
when
didn't even go on Space Mountain
Listen.
at Disneyland.
I was younger, I would go on that now. Like, there are rides I go on.
Mhm.
There's certain things that I look at. I'm just like, why would I do that? You know what I mean?
You cried your eyes out on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I was riddled
really-
with anxiety. Sam.
Really funny.
Yeah, hilarious.
I'm just like leaning over the edge. And
you
stuff.
wet your bed until you were like 12, was it?
It's not 12. It's like 8.
No, I'm pretty sure it was like 12.
It's not 12.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It's 6th grade.
Your room smelled like maple syrup for a long time, which does make sense. I know that sounds crazy, but his piss somehow just transformed into a maple syrupy smell.
But that's just because I had the same bed, I think. I don't know.
I
But
don't
no,
know.
it was like 8.
Yeah, it was 12.
It wasn't. Another
You
thing.
can't whistle. Fuck you. You can't whistle,
Okay,
bitch.
whistle. I can swallow pills. I'm not good at it though.
Oh, that's something.
Like usually it takes me a few tries.
That's that's a lot of people until you just learn how to swallow a pill.
Well, I've learned how to swallow pills several times.
But you need to just know how to swallow a pill like every single time.
like at one point I was taking antibiotics for something I forget, but I had to swallow a pill like every day, and I got good at it. It was no problem. Did it, but then once I was off of them, and then I tried to take a pill several months later.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I just didn't know how.
Right.
It was like
I don't know. Like, once you just know, you just know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I was I think my anxiety also pushed me to take more pills. Not because I was ever on medication, but because I would always take things like biotin and things that I was like, I always, if I'm ever trying to like take care of myself, it's more of an anxiety thing instead of like, oh, I just like want to feel good. It's more like I might die, or I might, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My life is riddled with it. I have a good time. Don't get me wrong. I don't live just like afraid of everything. I just think that with things in particular like roller coasters and like inner tubing and stuff like that, I was just like, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
It's just a hard pass. But then when I do it, I do realize that I've had fun. You know what I mean? Once I let go, like the water slide, like I had a really good time on that.
Yeah.
Once I got to the bottom, I felt like exhilarated because I was like, I probably felt way more exhilarated than anybody who had rode that day. I was just because I was like, I did it!
I didn't die!
It feels like I cheated death.
Yeah.
That's my life. So I feel excitement, probably more than other people, but it just takes a lot to get there.
Don't try to make yourself special.
Why not? That's my only argument. Why can't I just feel special? I think everybody's special, but that makes no one special.
It's true.
Don't want to get into that. Let's see. Do I have any more questions here? I think we answered that to the best of our abilities.
Yeah.
What innocent things would your own personal version of hell include? Example, people whistling through their noses. So it's basically saying, like, if you...
I don't hate that.
I know. That's just the example the question provided. Like little something to just a collection of things that piss you off.
Oh my god.
Chewing on ice.
Chewing on ice.
For you. Because I'm chewing on ice. I'm chewing on ice.
If that was my eternity, it's just people chewing on ice, and like every once in a while I had to chew on an ice cube.
Yeah. Otherwise what? Or they just like put it in your mouth and they just like made you chomp on it. Chewing on ice is probably your biggest thing.
Oh my god. That's the worst. I don't get how people find that like satisfying. Like I will like certain people literally think that's like
they like the sound of it. Yeah, like ASMR stuff.
No, I hate it so much. Like
it does make my teeth kind of like hurt thinking about it.
I'm literally getting chills.
It doesn't bother me. Let me see.
Like you can't really see them right now, but
just like start rubbing your arm.
Yeah.
Chewing on ice. Is there anything else?
Not that I can think of. Just chewing on ice.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that really bothers me like that. No, like
I will suck on an ice cube for
fingernails on a chalkboard, like those.
Have
things.
you actually like heard that though?
Yeah, like
I've never actually
we had
heard,
a thing growing up. It was like we mostly kept like blankets in it. It was like a tub. Mm-hmm. It was like a metal tub. It was kind of rusty or whatever.
I don't remember it. But...
And it had like wooden handles on the side.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm getting chills thinking about that. Just like running your finger across it, just like your nail, just barely, and it just like, oh, that bothers me.
Yeah. The only time I've ever heard like nails on a chalkboard are just like from shows or whatever.
Yeah. That bothers me. Or going like cross grain on wood sometimes is really bothering to me. That only happened like with a scraper.
Yeah.
But that's very specific to hardwood floors or carpentry in general. So that's something. But mostly that like it was so specific in my childhood that I was like, that is hella unpleasant. But that's not really something people do.
You also had long fingernails.
I have
no fingernails. God. Yeah, like I bite my fingernails a lot.
Yeah.
So
things that like
I can't really scratch stuff.
I can scratch stuff real good.
I know you can. You've scratched me across the face a few times, and like I literally.
Like Dennis.
Yeah, there was one time.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
There was one time I have these little freckles right here or whatever.
They're moles.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Just saying.
I have 2 on each side.
Sam has mirrored moles. It's really weird.
One time he scratched me like in a curve, across my face, and it made a little smiley face on my face from the 2 dots, and then just the curve of the smile. Scratched.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't remember that. I kind of remember it, but your face already. What's funny
we were in a
about
car.
Sam's face is that he has 2 moles on each side of his face that kind of resemble semicolons, and then when he smiles, One of them makes a smiley face. The other one makes a frown. Did you ever notice that about your face? Look at me. Smile. Yeah, like one of them is on the other side. Like, no, not teeth smile. Yeah, one of them makes a frown and the other one makes a smiley face. I don't know if you've ever noticed this about your face.
Nope.
I've just made you smile so much because I'm such a good older brother.
You have also hurt me.
Now, frown. You can't. Do you ever notice like frowns aren't real? Frowns are just not.
I love that. Frowns aren't real.
Frowns aren't real in a way, like the way that they're drawn in cartoons and just drawn.
Yeah, it's just like, no, yeah, just.
Yeah,
like,
they don't exist.
It's not a real thing.
Frowning is mostly like just furrowing your eyebrows, like doing angry. We're just making angry faces at each other. Okay. Do you have anything else to add? Innocent things that would, I guess it doesn't have to be things that people do, but just things that can take place. So yeah, for me, it's nails on a chalkboard. That's not super like innocent. Like nobody really does that.
Yeah.
Something that really bothers me is when people won't clear their throat. Like it just, you can hear it.
Yeah.
And I listen to a lot of podcasts and I listen to a lot of interviews, whatever. I'm so smart. And when I just hear that, I'm clearing my throat as I'm going, I feel like I have something in my throat.
Yeah.
So when I hear people even just talking and they kind of have it for just like a couple of seconds and then they clear their throat, it's really satisfying to me. But those couple of seconds where it's in their throat, it's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah. Just chewing on ice.
Chewing on ice.
God.
Chewing on ice is your big thing. Okay, Sam, I think we should wrap up.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing some extra stuff. You got to think of the question of the week.
Yeah. I have a mediocre one.
You have one? Whisper it in my ear. Or just say it.
No.
3, 2, 1.
What's your favorite subject in school? Like math, English, science?
I like it. I think those are pleasant. Or could I build on it?
No.
Could I build on it?
Whisper it in my ear.
What subject do you excel in?
That's the same
thing. Okay, fine.
You always try to change it. It ends up being the same thing.
I just think there's a better way to phrase it.
Yeah, but like...
I'm a writer, Sam.
It doesn't matter. They get the point.
They get the point. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, thanks so much for listening. If you are listening to this on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever, or if you're listening to iTunes, I don't really know how iTunes works as much, but
if you're listening to it on iTunes,
if you're listening to whatever, if you like us, if you hate us, just like us. Give us a like. Subscribe to us.
Yep.
Thanks so much for listening. All the regular shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to expand so much on this, but the only things that I will say is if you want to follow me on my other YouTube channel, I make short films and I talk about movies and shit. I haven't done a chat flicks in a while, but I make short films and stuff. If you want to go follow that would be much appreciated. That's all I got to plug.
Yeah. If you want to follow me on YouTube, it's Questions Only Podcast.
Yeah.
I'll sneak you one on it.
Again,
if you want to send an email in, it's questionsonlyinbox@gmail.com.
Yeah,
send us.
That's if you want to answer.
Send us a question. Answer the question of the week.
Primarily, if you want to send us a question, send it there. If you want to answer the questions,
go ahead. You're wrong.
Go ahead and comment below.
We're gonna all dive in.
You can also comment like you guys talk over each other a lot.
It's true.
Especially during the outro.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to answer the question of the week, or if you want to answer any one of those things of like how you think humans will go extinct, go ahead and just comment below. We gotta wrap this up because this is about to close out on us. I'm Mason. Shut up.